Hey you guys, get ready with me while I'll tell y'all some tea on why men think that they can try to spin the block on you. So about, 3-4 days ago, I'm at work and I received this text out of the blue. Now, I have not heard from this man in about maybe 6 months, haven't seen him face to face in over a year. Now, I could go through all the reasons why I feel like this guy would be trying to hit me up after a year, but this is really what it all comes down to. This is the major reason. Other than him being bored and lonely and figuring that he...
First off, that is a major reason. It's never a good thing to go back to a woman that you called it off with or a woman who called it off with you. It makes you look desperate off rip when you try to go back. The only time you should ever go back to a woman is when she's coming back to you, when she's reaching out to you. If you're reaching out to her, it goes to show like, man, like you can't really get nobody else. You can't replace her. And that's what she's getting from that. It doesn't matter. You don't ever spin the block, but let's continue. All right, so before we get into the video, man, make sure y'all go link to my Patreon, man, for exclusive content. Appreciate y'all.
When men try to spin the block, it's never about them really missing you. It's never about them being like, oh, I actually do want to try to have a real relationship this time. It's all about them being like, man, she was fun. Let's see if she's stupid enough to go back to where she was last year. That's all that should be. Just them checking up on you to see if you're still stupid. And a lot of this spin the block nonsense is also about control. I'm telling y'all, men will try to pop in and out of your life just to see. Just to play games, just to see.
I want y'all to notice how disrespectful she's talking right now. And she's speaking facts, I guess, but notice how the tone of her voice, how she's talking. So when you spin the block, this is how a woman is talking in the group message. This is what she's saying. In the group text, she's probably like, girl, look at him looking like a clown. So what I'm saying is, when you go back, it makes you look foolish because it makes it seem like you couldn't get anybody else. So off rip, you're already lowering your value because you're showing her that you have no value, that you can't get nobody else. It's been 6 months and you still ain't found nobody. You know what I'm saying? This is why you never ever spin the block, because it is how she's talking about she's on TikTok talking about the situation. It makes you look like a clown. It makes you look weak. Like you can't get anybody else. But I digress. Let's continue.
I'm telling y'all, it'd be an ego boost for a lot of these men when they feel like they can pop in and out of your life every 3 to 6 months, every year, and for you to still give them attention. It's an ego boost for them. We know that men are very ego driven and their egos are very sensitive and they need it to be puffed up every now and again. And if you're the dummy that's constantly going to inflate their egos, they're going to keep coming back to you. A lot of girls be lost in the sauce. They be like, oh, I'm so pretty, I'm so this, I'm so that, I do this so well that he just keep coming back. No, hun, he keep coming back because he knows you're dumb enough to answer that phone every single time. And what I do, texted him back, I got a man, I'm good. Blocked. Cause who the playing with? Not a Monty Wortham. There are tons of available women that will stroke your ego and make you feel better about yourself. But that ain't gonna be me. So ladies, this is your sign to stop letting that man spin the block on you.
You know, here's the thing that you gotta realize. When you break it off with a woman or a woman breaks it off with you, there's a reason why you did it or why she did it. It didn't work. It didn't mesh for whatever reason. So the fact that you go back, now unless this is the last person on earth, then, you know, maybe then if everybody else on the planet died and we was on some Walking Dead type of thing, then maybe you can go back. You know what I'm saying? The fact of the matter is, you're coming from a place of scarcity when you feel like you gotta go back to somebody else. You don't feel like you can get nobody else. And a lot of times all it is, man, when you focus on raising your value, you know what I'm saying, improving your mindset, locking in on your purpose, you know what I'm saying, getting more hobbies, being social with your social life, taking yourself out on solo dates. When you're having a life, you will naturally attract somebody else into your life and it'd be better than the old situation. Because guess what? Say you actually got back with that person. Well, guess what? Them same problems gonna arise. And again, like I mentioned earlier, just the way that she was talking about old dude, man, it's like, do you really wanna go back to somebody that's disrespecting you like that? You know what I'm saying? Because that's the number one thing. A woman is gonna disrespect you because you have no respect for yourself. Because I know dudes will be asking that. Dudes will be like, man, well, what if I broke up with her? Well, you did it for a reason. You know what I'm saying? To go backwards in life, that's not the right move. again, it makes you seem like you're desperate. You can't get anybody else. And guess what? Do you think a woman wants to be with somebody who can't get nobody else? You know what I'm saying? Actually, if you really want that woman back, the best thing to do is to go get another woman. Because once you get another woman, it also improving your life. If she sees, man, he didn't improve his life, man, he doing his thing. If she sees that, then she will actually want to come back in. You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at it from that point of view. When you coming from a place of scarcity and lack, you're going to make moves like that because you feel like, man, this is my only option. Scarcity mindset, poverty mindset. But when you coming from a place of abundance and you feel like, you know what? Let me continue to raise my value. Let me continue to learn more. Let me continue to work on my craft. Let me continue to hang out with my friends. Let me continue to level myself up. Let me do more photo shoots. Let me get in the gym more. Let me build my physique more. When you focus on those things, you're gonna get better women. Way better than the women you dealt with. And then guess what? When you get these better women, the women that you dealt with in the past, this is the afterthought. See, what you gotta do with women from the past, you have to be able to take the things that you like about the situation and apply it to your next. You don't go back. You just look at it as a learning lesson. You take what you like and what you don't like, and you translate that into your future. That's all you do with it. You don't go backwards. You just take the things that you liked about the person and you apply it to your next situation. That's all that you gotta do. And I don't think y'all understand, man, like when you level yourself up, man, the next woman that you deal with is always gonna be better than the previous woman that you dealt with. But you will never know that if you're always coming from the place of, man, I can't get nobody else. Let me run back to my ex, or let me run back to my past situation. When you're moving like that, you're coming from a scarce place. You're reacting off your emotions instead of being logical and working on yourself and improving yourself and getting other women into that woman that you want from the past. She gonna bump back at you, but you gonna realize, man, you know what? I don't even want her no more. You know what I'm saying? So that's the place that you want to be in as a man. Never ever spend a block. Continue to focus on yourself and level up and replace her. All right, guys, that's my video for today, man. I appreciate you guys as always for coming over to the channel. Make sure you continue to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'm gone.